Hello, I'm Sam Page from Early Childhood Australia, and I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone who has supported Early Learning Matters Week this year. We've had over 100 registered events, a record for Early Learning Matters Week, and those events have been across every jurisdiction of Australia. They've included ministers, MPs, senators, in federal parliaments and state and territory parliaments, as well as local government mayors and representatives. So we're really pleased to see that level of support for early childhood education and care. I think the message that children learn through play is really resonating with the community this year. Parents and carers understand it, early childhood educators and teachers understand it, and increasingly I think we're raising community understanding of the importance of play in the lives of young children.
Our early educators deserve a gold medal, but they also deserve to be better paid. We announced a 15% pay rise for all early educators right across the country. We understand just how important early education is, not just for families, not just for these little guys and girls here, but for us as a country, because if we get this right, it helps to make the country that lives in our imagination something real. Our early educators set our kids up for success. You don't change nappies, you change lives.
This is a field where you have the opportunity to send a young person on their journey of success in life, and there is nothing more rewarding. And I am so proud to be part of a government that supports a very big increase to the conditions of early childhood workers.
I think for too long we've only thought about education starting at kindergarten, but I really want us to think about education as starting right from birth. We as a country all benefit when every child has that ability to be in a rich learning environment, interacting with other kids, learning from their educators, experiencing new things. That makes them better as people, and it makes us better as a society.
When a child is in an early learning space and they're playing with sand, they're measuring, they're learning about texture. When they're communicating with each other, playing with dolls, or whether they're building blocks, they're all part of a child's brain development, and so that's why we often refer to early childhood educators as brain builders.
It's so important for me personally, as a mum who've had 3 children go through early childhood education. It was essential for me getting back into my career, and I can just see the benefits it brings our community. High quality education in those early years, setting our kids up for their future, because that is exactly what you are doing. You do a tremendous job.
The good thing about Early Learning Matters Week is it highlights the role of early childhood educators, but also the importance of early childhood education for kids and for families. I'm ecstatic to see a wage rise for early childhood educators. It's not only well deserved, but it's necessary to underpin early childhood education and care for kids, but also to enable more women to get out into the workforce.
If we didn't have our early childhood educators and our early learning centres, our country communities, in fact our communities everywhere, would grind to a halt because we wouldn't be able to get folks out into the workforce. So we just want all of our early childhood educators to know how much you are all valued out there and the real difference that you do make to the lives of our young people, and also to parents as well. We are very grateful for it, and we celebrate you in this week, but we appreciate you all year round. Thank you so much.
We're not only about getting children ready for school, but to give them the really solid foundations so that they have early literacy, they have early numeracy, but more importantly, the relationships and the social skills.
In this Early Learning Matters Week, a huge thank you to all early learning educators. You play such a pivotal role in preparing our next generation to thrive, to discover the world, to be resilient, to form those relationships. As a parent, I know that meant the world to me, and I know now representing my community, so many people, so many families are just incredibly indebted. So thank you. We see you and we appreciate you, and we will keep the government focused on you.
I've been a paediatrician in Macarthur for 40 years, and one thing I know is that early childhood education is vital for our country's future. And looking around today, I think our future is assured. These kids are just amazing. And we need to value our teachers, and we need to make sure that they get the opportunity to teach our kids in the best way possible. and I really admire people who work in early childhood education. And I love being with them. I prefer being with the kids than I do with parliamentarians, to be completely honest.
You know just how wonderful early childhood educators are and the important work that they do when they interact with the children and they understand that children learn through play. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Early Childhood Australia and to all the early childhood educators out there who every day add something new to the lives of our most precious assets, our littlest Australians. This Early Learning Matters Week, make sure you say thank you to an early childhood educator.
It's been incredibly inspiring to see the quality of early childhood education that's happening in this country. And we had the fantastic announcement of 15% pay increase for early childhood educators across different service types, and recognition, finally recognition of the professional work that early childhood educators and teachers are doing every day. On behalf of Early Childhood Australia and all of our members across Australia, I want to say a sincere thank you to everyone who has been involved in Early Learning Matters Week 2024.